Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Wow, have I ruffled some feathers. Oh my god, I didn't expect anybody to hate my guts so much. I love it. I think it's incredible. About the whole Easter not being pagan. So, I thought that was the greatest thing ever. That really made my day. I love it. So many people deleted me, blocked me. It was hilarious. But in all seriousness, yeah. It's not. So, anyways, we're gonna go back into the old craft. Because if we don't know our history, then we cannot know anything about what's going on today. So, that's why people need to research Easter. And anyways. Alright. It really, and should I care? People think I should care. I don't. I honestly don't. I don't celebrate Easter anyway. It's... Oh, I love it. Anyways, I love you guys, though. So, okay, back to the old craft. Now, each of the grades represented one of the 5 elemental forces of fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. Now, in the first stage of the neophyte, the candidate was introduced to the other coven members in a mundane social setting. This was part of the vetting process, before he or she was even told about the craft and was to gauge their worthiness for initiation. I really like that. Kind of like an audition or something like that. That's pretty interesting. I like that. I like the whole, concept of let's throw them in a social situation with the people that have anxiety, so throw them some Xanax or something, but yeah. Now, once accepted as a candidate, an extensive training program began based on such subjects as craft theology, reincarnation, symbolism, occult correspondences, mundane astrology. That's right, mundane astrology, magical alphabets, and methods for raising power. So we have that. That's that guard grade. Now, in the adept stage, the new witch was instructed in such matters of the symbolism and use of the ritual tools, the significance of the circle of art, herbal and plant lore, making incense, numerology, talismanic magic, and lunar magic, and the evocation of elementals and spirits. I like this. I like getting back to the old craft a lot better than I do arguing about whether or not something is pagan or Christian or whatever. It's just more refreshing. So following this was the Zelator grade. So it reminds me of Zoltar. Where more higher teachings were given out concerning esoteric astrology, sex magic, and the Kabbalah and necromancy. So, great. I love it. Now, finally, if the initiate reached the rank of Adeptus Major, they were instructed in advanced trance work. This is what I think is different, because this is comes natural to me. This advanced trance work, is if that's what you want to call it. So we have spirit communication and possession. Well, the possession of the anima, the animus, or an archetype that can possess us, and possession. So the use of the evil eye, and the mechanics of the cursing cup. With the permission of the coven elders, they could also hive off to form an independent, yet also still associated group. So that's the whole branching off and the hiving off thing. I think is great, but then it just kind of ruins the original tradition, the construct of that tradition. Kind of, in my opinion, a little bit. It does. That, or it can get better. So who knows? It evolves. Everything evolves. So without knowing, our past, without research, we don't really know anything. And we can't evolve. Everything evolves. So, the Derwin Amber War was an English form of witchcraft that was apparently taken to the United States by migrants. So since the 19th century, British people have been traveling to Australia to live, initially deported as criminals, and then later for economic or family reasons. So it would have been strange if some of these immigrants had not been members of the craft. Now, according to Keith Richmond in the 1950s, quote unquote, there was a smaller number of very secretive witchcraft groups or covens active in Sydney, Australia, a few of which may exist today. Some apparently represented particular streams or traditions within witchcraft, notably the Germanic and Basque, unquote. Research Germanic paganism, seriously, guys. Really do it. So, yeah. Wow. Huh. So, now one famous, some might say, infamous modern Australian witch claimed that her ancestors were just that. Rosaleen Norton, 1917 to 1979, said that immigrants had brought her version of witchcraft, known as the goat fold, I like this one, to Australia in the 19th century from the rural areas of Wales and England. Now, she was born in Dunedin, New Zealand, and her parents had immigrated to Sydney, Australia in 1924. Her father was an English merchant, seaman, and a cousin of the composer Vaughan Williams. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's beautiful. So even as a child, Norton claimed that she had glimpses of an alternative world haunted by mysterious powers and demonic presences. I like how they put demonic in there instead of that. So she was educated first at a private school and then at a public girls' grammar school before they expelled her because of her depraved nature. That the headmistress said that she was corrupting the other pupils. I like her already. I really like her. So Norton went on to study art at the East Sydney Technical College. She also worked as a cub reporter for a Sydney newspaper and for a while was an artist's model. Now, in that role, she sat for the famous Australian painter Norman Lindsay, who described her as, quote-unquote, a grubby little girl with a great skill who will not discipline herself, unquote. She's wayward. I like that. So with her. Now, Rosaleen Norton's macabre and surreal artwork was based on fantasy and supernatural themes. And it featured pagan gods, ghosts, naked witches, elementals, half-human and half-animal demons, wizards and ghouls. So these seem to have been drawn from experiences, and as in an interview with a magazine in 1957, Norton described how her first drawings were of creatures she had physically seen as a child, called nothing beasts, and flippers. So, apparently the flippers looked like conventional white-sheeted ghosts, but they were kept at bay by the nothing beasts, who protected her. She described them as having animal heads surmounted with a mass of octopoid tentacles that they used to propel themselves through the ether on the astral plane. Octopado. Easter eggs. A lot more Easter eggs in this one, and that's really, really strange. So unfortunately, like the British occult artist Austin Osman Spare, Rosaleen Norton's unusual artwork and bohemian lifestyle attracted unwelcome attention and criticism. Of course it's going to. At the end of the day, everybody's going to be mad at somebody. So this was because her drawings and paintings were very uncommon, unconventional, and sometimes erotic in nature. I would have been, oh my god, I don't know what would have happened to me back then. Now, in the Puritan atmosphere of Australia in the late 1940s, this led Norton into confrontation with the Sydney Police Department's Vice Squad. Wow, she was prosecuted for obscenity after the police raided one of her public exhibitions held at the University of Melbourne. It was claimed her paintings were decadent and obscene, and likely to arouse sexual appetites in those who saw them, unquote. In court, yeah, that's the next phrase, in court. Now, in court, Norton said that her art was based on visionary experiences and images she had seen in the trances created by her magical rituals. She said she also produced automatic writings using a planchette, the one with the piece of wood in it, and had actually traveled to the spirit world and other planets. One painting seized in the police raid was called The Witch's Sabbath. Of course. It depicted a naked woman embracing a black panther, and Norton told the court it represented the initiation of a witch into the infernal mysteries by the powers of darkness. I love it. I love it. I do. I absolutely love it. Alright, so, her defense counsel argued that her art would only corrupt those minds that were already open to immoral influences. So, yeah, you don't know. If you don't know right from wrong, something's wrong. Alright, so, yeah, that's, I mean, I love this woman. So, now, the magistrate agreed. The charges were dropped, and he ordered that Norton's legal case should be paid by the Sydney Police Department. So, wow, this woman is amazing, and we're going to leave off there. Where did my pen go? I have my pen in the same place every single day. There it is. So we're going to leave off there, and then we'll get back to this. I just love it. It's these controversial women. Okay, hold on, guys. But I like that. I love her. Yeah. I wish I could get a copy of one of her books, but unfortunately they are very, very rare. So, but alright guys, well, let's do some coffee talk real quick. Yeah, I didn't want to like piss people off about Easter not being pagan, but there's no definite. The goddess of spring is celebrated, which is from southern England. So we have the goddess of spring, and we don't know, yeah, there's some associations with bunnies and, bunnies and eggs, and, of course it is a symbol of rebirth, life, regeneration. But we can't, we go so far back into Mesopotamia, and we go so far back into, Germanic paganism and everything. And there's really no connection to the original celebration of Easter. It was not. It was just the spring equinox. And then, Christianity came and collected, from here, this pot, put it all together, and it could have been some elements from paganism, but it is not. Easter is not a pagan holiday. It's not a pagan-created holiday. It's not. We don't celebrate the resurrection of Jesus because we don't believe in Jesus. So, what's up, witches? That was my point. That was my entire point. Not that it didn't have pagan elements. So, if you truly want to be a pagan or a witch, why would you stick to one dogmatic way of thinking and not want to, expand your mind? That's what I don't get. And I'm not being close-minded by deleting comments and stuff, because one comment was, this is just an opinion video. It was not an opinion video. It was a factual video. It had facts in it, dating back. And then those two videos I posted yesterday. So yeah, I don't know what people are all upset about, but I think it's funny. I really do. Every faith is going to have another piece of the previous faith comes in, or the new faith comes in, wipes out this older faith, and that's very cyclical. So each faith that evolves is going to have a bit of the symbolism or something from the previous faith. So that was all I was trying to say. And the spring goddess, there's no like Ishtar and Estotre. I cannot say it like this one guy did, and I love him. He's amazing. He's so passionate about what he does and his research in historical and archaeological paganism, which people totally dismiss the archaeological side of paganism, in the old pagan world, Germanic world. But I just really like that. There is no connection to bunnies, eggs, and sex with this other, with a Ishtar or, Estotere. And I can't say it the way he did because I'm not from that area. So very regional. It's very regional, like he says, and like I've always said, it's regional. So, but yeah, we don't, archaeologists and, historians and, comparative religion scholars, nobody has one direct, link that says, yes, this is pagan 100%. That's all I have to say about that. So, it's not a pagan holiday. It's very much Christian, with bits and pieces of, old pagan lore, like the Easter eggs, which still don't have anything to do with the spring equinox. Neither do bunnies. Oh, there he is. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you're amazing. Introduction to the goddess Eostre, and his name is Arith Hagur. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but I love you to death. You are incredible. Thank you for your extensive research and the book recommendation. Because you're right, a lot of people, Wiccans and neo-pagans will be pissed, and it struck the nerve exactly what you said. So that nerve was struck. Got people talking, got people thinking, that's for sure. But anyways, yeah, it's totally not. Okay, anyways, enough about that. There's better things to do. Still think it's funny, but not at the expense of my friends that do think it's, purely pagan. So now, Ostara, that's Wiccan. So, that's Wicca. That's pulling in, that's like Christianity. Wicca's like Christianity. Pull in a little bit of this from that basket, this from that basket, this from that basket. Careless, love from Mars. Hi. Cole. Hi, Cole. It was my birthday alongside Lady Gaga's. Happy belated birthday. I hope you had a great day. I spent that day with family. I had planned to do rededications to him and her, a working of empowerment, and a physical Sabbath. Oh, I want to come. However, due to the temperatures of weather, I was kept indoors, so I had just a nice purification bath and did a working for self-confidence, power, and love. Oh, I love it. So glad you are interested in the book. I am currently saving up for my own copy. I can afford it now, but I'm going to save up still. I'm going to set aside just a little bit of, this money over here and, just start to save up for that copy. So interesting. Well, happy belated birthday. I love it. Gustavo, Azazel is helping a lot. What is going on? We need to talk. I want to know what's going on. Lots of love, Gustavo. I love you, my friend. Pie fruit. Fruit pies. I'm obsessed. Wolf moon. Magic full moon. Yes. Tina J. Hi, my love. How are you? Lady Blind Wolf. I think it's amazing that you are in. So, are you, what path do you follow? Are you a traditional witch, Lady Blind Wolf? Because I would love to talk to you more. So what is Hoosiers are related to paganism. Pagan. Hoosier means pagan. I can't remember what the terminology was, but it does coincide with pagan. So do you know anything about our state's folklore? Anything? Because the what traditional craft is regional, so I know just a few folklore. But I would love to talk to you. Cole, hello again. Spirit Files, hi love. How are you? I hope you guys are good. Northwest Ghost Adventures. Hello. How are you guys? All the best of luck on your investigations. Witchy Boy, hi. Alright, and that's all that it's letting load. I don't know why. So, anyways. Well, alright guys. So yeah. Don't take it too personally. I just go on these rants. You guys know me already, so yeah. And if you guys want to, you guys can go up here to mysticamber.com, enter my name, RYANE, all cap locks, get 10% off, and experience this. It's incredible. I still can't believe what this thing does for me every single freaking day. It makes me run my mouth, and I love it. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Witchy Wednesday. And I love you all. And I only have 2 bottles of 2-ounce bottles, two 2-ounce bottles of my self-love oil. So prices will be up sometime today, I think. But anyways, I love you guys. Please be safe and healthy. And all my love all the way from, yes, Venus, always, all the way back down. And I will see you all tomorrow. My leg's asleep and it hurts. I love you all, and everybody have a good day.